I am so glad that you are here for this workout today because this is one of those workouts where if you want to build muscle in your upper body, this workout is gonna help you do that. And not only is it gonna help you build muscle, it's gonna help you get stronger in all of our other styles of training as well, as this is a more classic style strength workout, which is the foundation of all of our strength training. And today we are gonna work 10 exercises, repeating those exercises 3 times through, work for 45 seconds and rest for 30. We only need our dumbbells today and we're gonna focus on lifting heavy. So the top of your range for all of our exercises today. And then I've got a couple pieces of optional equipment that if you have them and you wanna bring them in, do that. One is my exercise bench. I will use that for chest press, single arm bent over row. And then I'm also gonna do an incline push-up today and then seated rear delt flies. So if you have that and you wanna use it, grab it. Also, wrist weights. Because I can't go up is lifting heavier today. This is gonna be a little added challenge for those exercises that I can't quite lift one full dumbbell weight. So in my case, my dumbbells go up by 5 pounds and there's some exercises I can't do that. So I love having these to kind of bridge that gap as I am building up for those heavier dumbbells. If you have them, grab them, add them today. They're gonna be a really great challenge to help us push even harder. If you don't have these, consider them. They are an awesome way to just really boost up your training and they're fun. And with that, let's go ahead and get into our warm-up so we can get this workout started because we got 40 minutes today and we're gonna make every second count. Let's go ahead and start with arm circles. Big arm circles forward here. And as always, we're gonna do a couple non-weighted exercises and then we'll grab our lighter dumbbells and do some warm-up exercises. Take it back. And we'll talk more about the classic style. So this is almost a mini series inside of Bike and Bell's Reel right now with our more classic style of strength training as we've worked through our full body classic. And now we're going through the upper and we'll hit lower soon. Last 2 and 1. From here, reach it up high and pull down. From here, we'll grab our lighter weights. Let's do a couple more reps. Last 2. And 1. We're gonna do a shoulder press, a bent over row, and then we're gonna bring it to the mat for a chest press. I'm gonna use, because we're lifting heavier, I'm gonna start actually with my 15 pounds for this as we work through this. And then I'll put my wrist weights on before we get started. So if you're using those, if you already have them on, good for you. That's actually, you're ahead of the game. If not, we'll have a few seconds to put those on before we get started after these 3 warm-up exercises. So during this right now, just think about that form. Start to make that mind-muscle connection as we work through. Let's do 2 more and then hinge it over for bent over row. That's 2. And last 1 from here, hinge it over and let's squeeze. Exhale as you squeeze up. We'll do 2 more, then we'll take it down to the mat for chest press. And 1. Good, from here, bringing it down. And this is actually, our chest press will be the exercise that we are gonna start with today. So really take your time here as you press up, squeeze, and down. Exhale with the press. Getting that full range, tap your arms at the bottom. 3 more from here, and then we're gonna get into it. Here's 3, 2, and last 1. All right, so we are starting out with the chest press, 3 sets, on for 45, rest for 30. If you are using your wrist weights, you can put those on now. And if you have your watch and you're using that to help track your training, today I would choose the strength training option, the traditional strength training option, as that's really what we're focused on today. I'm gonna use my bench for this exercise, but if you were on the mat, just like we did for the warm-up, you'll follow that. I'll grab my bench. If you're using your bench, grab it, and let's do this. Rolling it back, driving those shoulder blades into your mat or bench. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. With heavy weight, we are going nice and slow, controlling the rep down and up. Really exhale and squeeze. Almost there. Then we'll get 30 seconds to rest. With this classic or traditional style of strength training, you can see rest is a little bit longer. Here's 3, 2, 1. Whew, nice job. Rest it down. Whew. And we'll breathe it out here. So this classic style of strength training, again, is more a foundation for all of the other styles and methods of training that we do when we do strength training together. So all those different variations when we're working hypertrophy, supersets, the list goes on. But we gotta roll back, get ready for our second set. But you can see building this solid foundation is so helpful. Here we go, 45. Second set. If you are on your bench, let those arms come down past the bench and then press up. So getting a really deep range of motion, stretching out through those chest muscles and up. And if you are on the mat, let those arms tap the ground and then all the way back up. When you're doing chest press, you can get a little arch through your back, driving those shoulder blades in. Whew. Good. Almost there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Whew. Careful controlling the weight. Okay, final set. And with the classic style, they're just those really straightforward exercises. Nothing fancy, just those solid exercises that all of our other exercises are based off of. Okay, third set. Here we go, roll it back. Bringing it down. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Whew, you got this. I know this last set is, of course, the toughest because we are, wearing those muscles down in these last few reps. Okay, here it is. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, I gotta let them down on the ground. Okay, we are moving on. 30 seconds. We're still gonna be focused on the chest. We're gonna do a little bit more arms in here as well because we have got push-ups, so no dumbbells. I am going to do an incline push-up here on my bench, but you can definitely do that on the ground. If you can, try to get as many in on your toes as possible with good form, lowering all the way down. Try to at least get 1. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds of push-ups. Here we go. Keep that body long and strong. Press up, exhale. Tighten through the core and the legs and the glutes. Taking an incline actually will help you when you come to the mat to work more push-ups on your toes as opposed to taking them down to your knees. Almost there. Here's 3, 2, 1. Nice. Shake it out. And in between sets here, just take some time to shake it out. Let those muscles loosen back up. Get the blood flowing. We're gonna go again, 15 out. And you can always do this if you have a chair, a sturdy chair, a couch, a bed, wherever you're at to do your workout. If you have an elevated surface, you can absolutely do an incline push-up on that. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here we go, back to 45 of work. Think about pushing that floor away. And try to keep a consistent lower every time. And what I mean by that is you're going down to that low range of motion, wherever that is. I'm tapping my chest each time, and that's keeping me consistent with my lower. The arms are burning. But you want to hit failure on these sets. You want to say, okay, I could not have done one more. I am so glad that timer went off. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. Okay, one more set. And 3 sets. I know it feels like, it can feel kind of like a long duration for the same exercise. But this is where we can really wear that muscle down, build it back up stronger, which is again, the foundation we need for all of our other training out there. 3 seconds, final set of push-ups. I'm excited, I hope you are. Here we go. Let's go for it. I love the challenge that the push-up brings, but I will say, my smile gets a little bit bigger when I know that we are done with the push-ups. I do love them. But it's always a little celebration when we've made it through. Almost there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Oh, amazing. All right, so we just worked our push. Those first 2 exercises were all about the push. Now we're gonna move on to pull. We're gonna do a single arm bench over row, one side and then the other side. We are keeping it heavy. Now with this single arm bench over row, I am going to use my bench again, but you can definitely use your leg for support. And I'll show you that option first and then I'll get to my bench. So here we go. If you're using your leg, we're down, row. And if you're using that bench, I like using the bench, especially for these heavier days. It helps me anyways, it gives me a little bit more support. But what you want to think about is keeping that core tight, spine nice and long, and you want to keep your shoulders square. So as you row up, you don't want to row open. And if you're going really heavy, you probably would not be able to do that anyways, but just want to put that out there. Neck is neutral. Last 3, 2, 1. Whew. Rest it out. Okay. Now, think about the weight you're using. I think I could go up. I'm gonna try to go up for this next set. And you kind of know if you can go up if by that last rep, you're like, I probably had about 4 or 5 more in me. Try to go up then. Because we should, again, be close to hitting failure. Whew, second set in 3, same side, 2 and 1, let's go. All the way down, get a stretch through that back so those muscles have to work. Ooh, so deep there to work all those muscle fibers. Really squeeze. Hold it at the top for a second. Ooh. Okay, good, we're close. Last 3, 2, 1, nice job. Okay, so that for sure I knew. You can see how much slower your reps are too when you've got that super heavy weight, because you can't take your mind off that lift or it's gonna go. So you gotta stay focused on these days, which is another reason this type of training is so important, because it helps you practice that focus, building that muscle up for your focus so you can focus in your other workouts as well. Third set, here we go. Now, if you can't tell, I do have a sweet spot for this type of training. It's not my favorite, I'm gonna be honest, but there's a sweet spot because I know the benefits that come from it. So that's why I love it so much, and that's why I'm so glad that you showed up for this one too, because even if it's not your favorite, doesn't mean it's not important. And our goal here is always to be just well-rounded in all the areas. And this is one of those workouts that helps to do that. Last 3, 2, 1. Whew, good job. All right, we're switching over to the other side. And now, so this is a little tip. I prefer to do this. If I did my first set with my 25, I'm gonna stick with that on the other side. Then for those last 2 sets, I'm gonna bump it up. So even though I started lighter and maybe could have done the 3 sets with my heavier, I just prefer to keep both sides even. So you might have a different perspective on that, but that's my take on it, and that's what I like to do. So I'm going back to my lighter weight here for the other side. First set, here we go. Spine nice and long still. Let that arm hang down, squeeze back up. Here it is, last 3, 2, squeeze, 1. Nice job. Whew, okay. Now, second set. So we're gonna go for that. Again, up to you if you want to, if you adjusted your weight, adjust it accordingly. Okay, we got about 10 seconds getting back into position. Grab your weight, we've got 3. Here's 2 and 1, let's row. Really squeezing that belly button in towards your spine to help support that low back so you're keeping a nice strong core. All the way down, squeeze all the way up. Oh my word, almost there. Whew. Here it is, last 3, 2, 1. Whew. Rest it out. Another reason I love the bench is because it's a nice seat in between sets. So if you're considering a bench, I can say I highly suggest it. It's very nice. It makes up for those movement days. If you've done one of the workouts with me where we lift and then we go into movement and that's our rest, the bench is nice. Again, we gotta mix it up, right? We gotta mix it up. Here we go, last set. 3, 2, and 1. And this workout is the perfect example. These more classic style strength days are a perfect example of the fact that you should not judge a workout by the amount of sweat that you have by the end of a workout. I love that. I love a good workout where I am just like drenched. I love it. I feel very accomplished after that. But please do not take that as the only way to say, oh, I had a good workout because I was super sweaty. And I'll explain here in a second, but we got the countdown. 3, 2, 1, nice job. All right, what do we have? Shoulder press next. So 2 dumbbells for that. Okay, let's see. 10 seconds in we go. So for this, make sure soft knees, hips tucked under, bringing those weights up, going in 3, 2, and 1. All the way down, tap those shoulders, hit the bottom there, then press up, wrists are straight, squeeze. Now as you press up, don't shrug those shoulders up towards your ears, keep them relaxed. But again, let's go back to the sweat talk. This classic style workout, heart rate doesn't get up super high. It does a little bit towards the end of the sets as we're really pushing, but The sweat, for me at least, doesn't usually happen during these workouts, but I can say for sure that I know my muscles are really being challenged, which in turn will help them grow. Last 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And that can be too, just because we're using different energy pathways while we're training in this style, as opposed to, let's say, a more endurance strength combo, where the sweat really gets up on those. At least, again, we all sweat different, so that's my personal experience in those. We're going again. Second set, grab your weights, 5 out. Here's 3, 2, then let's press. Good, make sure you're really thinking about keeping those hips tucked under. Good, exhale at the top as you press up. Woo, over halfway, well over halfway. We're working through just a few more reps. Oh my goodness. Here it is, last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Breathe it out, rest it out. Final set. And the reason we're taking longer breaks here with this 30 seconds is because with that heavier lift, we are really fatiguing those muscles. So we're giving it a little extra time to rest so that we can maintain our heavier weight. So that's the goal here with that. If you need to take a longer break, by all means, just pause, shake it out for 10, 20 more seconds, and then come right back to it. Last set for shoulder press. Here we go. By the way, this is the 5th exercise. So we have a total of 10 exercises. We are hitting the halfway point of this workout right now. Okay. Wow. Oh, this last set. And these 3 exercises, this one and then the next 2, we're gonna hit the 3 components of our deltoid, the front, medial, and rear deltoid. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, nice job. We are going into a front raise next. So again, that's gonna hit the front deltoid a little bit more. I'm gonna use just 1 dumbbell, holding onto the ends, lifting it up till your arms are about parallel to the floor, then slowly lowering down. Main thing with this one, don't swing to get the weight up, and don't let the weight drop. Control every second of it as you feel those muscles work. So here we go, grabbing our weight, right into it, and let's push. So hold it at the top for a second. Get uncomfortable with this. So really plant your feet, keep your hips tucked under, and prevent yourself from swinging that weight up. And another mention, I mentioned it in the shoulder press, but it can happen here in this front raise as well. Don't shrug your shoulders to get the weight up. Keep them relaxed and down. What helps me is thinking about sticking my chest out. So if I start to crunch, I start to round. So if I can stick my chest out, prevents that from happening. Last 3, 2, nice and slow. And there it is. Whew, okay. This is feeling good. And I love these workouts too, because you will show up to these and you're like, okay, we're going heavy. And then you will just surprise yourself. And it is a nice surprise when you're like, I just lifted way more than I thought I could lift. That is, come on, that is gonna boost you up. That is gonna build your confidence for your next workout as well. Because again, if we don't ever try to go heavier, we're never gonna know if we can't. So this is one of those opportunities in this type of training that allows you to do that. Relax those shoulders, and here we go. Nice and slow. Woo. Whew. We're getting close. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, one more set. We are working our way on through now. If you need a drink, grab it. Oh, darn it, my necklace was turned around. I don't know, that is one of my biggest pet peeves is when my necklace turns around and then the little chain thing just dangles everywhere. If you wanted to know. You probably did not care, but just wanted to share that with you. All right, here we go. Relax those shoulders and let's do it. Control it down nice and slow. And I keep reminding you of the slow because that's a little reminder for me because I just want to drop the weight. I'm like, slow down. Ah. Almost there. Okay, we got time. One more. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, we are going into a rear delt fly. Now this exercise can absolutely be done standing. I am going to take a seat though. I like to take a seat for this one because number one, it takes any swing out of the momentum or any swing out of the motion. So no momentum in this one. Really helps me focus on that rear deltoid. This one I have to go down quite a bit on though, but you can definitely do it standing. I'll show you standing first and then I'll have a seat. So depending on what you are, but back flat, core tight, chest parallel to the ground, and here we go. Fly. Again, nice and slow, squeeze. That rear deltoid is a very small muscle, part of that shoulder complex again. So that's why you don't need much weight, and especially because those arms are going out away from your center of gravity. Oh, makes that weight so much heavier. But I like this seated option because I just glue my chest right to the tops of my legs. And it really helps me make that mind muscle connection. Here we go, last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Rest it out. Again, this is another option you can do is just on a chair or on a couch. The biggest thing is it's best to have your knees at a 90-degree bend. So you don't want to be too low and have your legs kind of at an angle because you want to be able to let your chest fall right on top of your legs. Second set, we're getting through this. We are doing it, you are doing it. Here we go. Lift. Exhale as you lift. Countdown is here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, breathing. This is one of those exercises for me that this weight, if you ever get frustrated and you're like, there's a muscle group that I just cannot go up in weight. This is one of those muscle groups for me that is very challenging, which is why I love having the wrist weights. Because usually, to begin, I was at 5 pounds for a while, I'm up to 10, but this is helping me bridge that gap to that next weight. So if you ever have a muscle group like that, these little wrist weights can make such a big difference. We're on our last set, 45 seconds of work, hinge it over. Here's 3, 2, and 1. And with that said, the smaller muscle groups, because there are just less muscle fibers, it takes a lot more time to build up your weight, your dumbbell weight in those muscle groups. Last 3, here we go, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, shoulders are done for now. We've got 3 exercises left. We are hitting biceps next. We're gonna start with bicep curls to begin. We won't actually need the bench anymore, so I'm just gonna kind of pull it off and back to the side. But we are done with our bench. Going on to bicep curls, and I need my pair here. So here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Exhale and squeeze. Woo! Really think about squeezing that bicep muscle. Oh my word. I'm hitting failure a little bit too soon. We got this. Here we go, last 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, now see, I might have to go down a little bit, but it's always good. Start heavier. If you need to go down, you can. If you start a little bit lighter on that first set, bump it up. Even 1 rep that you do with that heavier weight is 1 step closer to getting stronger and stronger. Here we go. Second set. Now all the way down with your arms. And what helps me big time to get an even deeper contraction in my biceps is not just stopping here, but I come up just a little bit from my body, squeeze, and then down. So keep your elbows back in this position, curl, and then again, I like to just come up a little bit, squeeze, almost as if I'm bringing those dumbbells towards my forehead. That just, whoo, next level burn in the biceps. Here it is, last 3, 2, and 1. Oh, good job. The only thing, if you are taking that technique, make sure, so as you're down, you curl up. Don't close up here. We're not rounding through the shoulders. We're still staying strong. We're just tightening even more through the biceps. So just keep that in mind if you're taking that technique to work deeper in those biceps. Last set, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here we go. But another way to really work those biceps, move slow all the way down, hit the bottom, let those dumbbells hang, stretch through that bicep. Almost there. Here it is, last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are moving on to our next exercise. Again, we're gonna focus on the biceps here, is for that cross body curl. I like this one because, well, one arm is working, the other arm gets a little bit of a rest. Again, start heavier if you can, go down if you need. I'm gonna go back up to what I had just because I know I'm gonna get a little bit of a longer rest in between each rep as we work unilaterally here. And here we go, 45 seconds. Nice and slow with this one. Quality over quantity with your reps. Oh, hello. Whew. Exhale and squeeze. Keep that core tight, knees soft, hips tucked under. keeping that good posture, and posture is not only in your upper body, keep that in mind. Also, keeping those hips tucked under, so you don't want your bum sticking out, your back rounding. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I think that's probably gonna be what I got for that set. But yes, keeping that good posture from your point where you're touching the ground all the way up. Keep that strong in here so you can keep it strong out there. Next set, coming up, 5 seconds out. So again, starting with those shoulders rolled back, soft knees, hips tucked, and here we go. Keep that dumbbell nice and close to your body. Think about that bicep muscle, squeeze it, and then control it down nice and slow. Over halfway. Whew. Let's try to get it even. Get one more on each side. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Oh, nice job. I can say most certainly I'm gonna be feeling this tomorrow. Whoa. Okay. Really good stretch after this is to take your fingertips and just gently pull back to stretch through the forearms and through those biceps. But at the end of this workout, we got a challenge coming too, but that'll be a good stretch to add on. All right, last set, crossbody curls. Here we go. And then just that one exercise to go. Super important too, nutrition. After this workout, be sure to feed your muscles protein. I am already looking forward to my protein shake after this. Last 3, 2, and 1. Oh, there it is. All right, we are working tricep overhead extension to finish. I'm just gonna use 1 dumbbell. You can definitely use 2. I told you, if you haven't heard why I like to use 1, it's because whenever I have 2, I always pinch my hair and end up pulling out hair. And it's just, I'm not here for that. I'm here to get strong, not to be bald. So we are gonna do tricep overhead extension, grabbing your weight, going in 3, 2, and 1. Get nice and slow with this one. As you come up to the top, squeeze those arms around your temples to really work through the tricep, the back of the arm there. Lower down nice and slow. Press up and exhale. Just back to our protein talk, nice and quick. Protein is the building block for our muscles. And if you are not providing your body with that, it's gonna be hard to build the muscle. So again, high quality protein, so important, whether it's vegan protein or whey protein, whichever. I mean, there's tons of different types. I'm not gonna go into all of it, because you know I could talk about it all day, because I love it so much. But we got 3. Here's 2 and 1. Nice job. And if you're curious about the protein that I use, it should be linked down in my Amazon store, but just in case you're curious, it's down there. Okay, 10 seconds, 2 more sets. We are getting close. Bring it up. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Still keeping good posture with that lower and upper body. Now, I am taking a staggered stance now. You can take that wider stance if you'd like. Just make sure core is tight, hips tucked under. Same thing with that staggered. Tuck those hips under, squeezing that belly button in towards your spine. Oh my word, this is getting so tough. Ugh. But we are so close now. We've got just over a minute to work if you count what we have left in this set and our next one. I'm gonna have to drop the weight on the next one, I think, though. Here it is. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we got it. Final set, last 45 seconds of work. Breathing. I love it when we get to this point. It's so awesome. It just feels so good to get to the end of a workout, especially if you were not in the mood to do this today, but you showed up anyways. By the end of it, you got those endorphins flowing, you're feeling stronger, and you're like, yes, this is awesome. I am so glad I did this. Bring it up, and here we go. And then you'll have a mix of emotions tomorrow when you're like, now I can't use my arms, so I'm back to what in the world? I'm just kidding. Oh, I always love that little treat. Full extension here, squeeze. And if you just want to keep the fun flowing, do not forget our challenge, which today is going to be the thighs. So thighs challenge today, because we are, if you are doing this workout in real time, in just a couple days, you're going to see the pair to this, the lower body. Last 3, 2, and 1. And again, that's going to be a more focused workout, more classic style workout, just like today with those bigger muscle groups. So if you can take time to get the thighs in right now, it'll be a really good pair for what we got coming up and what we've been training on recently. So grab the thighs challenge, only 10 minutes. I'll see you over there. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, get your protein in, stay hydrated. You are getting strong, and it is so awesome to train with you. I would not have it any other way. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you over at our thighs finisher. I love you.